Hey, what's up? What's up? What's going on with you?
Life is really just life, and feel me? You
Yeah.
feel me? Okay. But I'm happy
Mm,
to be back for another episode of
yes.
Chat.
Yes, I'm excited to be back too. Really glad that we're keeping the momentum going because I don't think y'all understand the struggles that we've been embarking on. But um I mean, obviously, we're gonna keep on going. We're not gonna give up. But just know, like, we put a lot of work into this for sure.
We will talk about everything from A to Z, relationships, finance, maybe share some tea here and there, but
You never know.
from that woman's perspective. So
Absolutely.
today's topic I really want to touch on is dating. I know it will be series. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a hot tea right now.
absolutely. Absolutely.
This.
I'm gonna just kick it off. Like, kick it off.
Mhm.
Um, Dating pool has pee in it.
It definitely has pee in
It's
it.
trash.
It's yellow, like it's yellow. Boom now. Wow.
It's
Don't don't
trash.
don't.
And okay, let me back up. So, like, are there good people out here
Yes,
looking?
for sure. But I'm like,
Yes. But like, am I the trash? Yeah. Like two
I
things
mean,
can be true at the
I'm
same time.
not in the street. To be honest, I'm not because, babe, I work 9 to 5.
I feel you. It's really hard to find the energy
Mm-hmm.
and the time
Mm-hmm.
to invest and allocate to dating.
Mm-hmm.
Because like honestly, dating takes time. It takes intentionality. It takes, you know, planning. Like
Effort.
it's
People got effort.
right.
People got that
Effort. Effort.
effort.
My bad, sis. My bad. But
It's
like,
not. It's 9 to 5, and then getting home and changing
let them
out
hang.
your work
Let them hang.
clothes, and then going back outside again
And
after
it's
you.
cold outside.
It is.
It's cold outside. Now, I'm gonna pause because you're in California. So your code and my code's two different things.
It,
It
she's
is.
right.
It
I'm
is.
in the Bay Area cold right now.
Okay.
So
I'm
I still
I'm
need
not
to
even
put
gonna give y'all all that.
a
I'm
little
just gonna
check.
let you know that it's getting cold outside here. So like
No,
right
right
now, like soon we already had
there.
snow. We had snow finish.
California. I can go
It was
swimming.
cute. It didn't stick. It didn't stick. It was
Uh,
cute. It was like, ah, bad. But like, no, it's like in the morning, we're talking 20s. Like it's cold outside. It's
mhm.
cold. It may
That
like the
feeling.
highs are like 50s,
Mhm,
40s. It's
mhm,
real cute, but like it's going down. It's
mhm,
going down. And I'm already having a hard time like motivating myself to go outside for like serious things like my priorities, working out, dance classes, things like that, like things I enjoy. So when you talk about like having dates and all of that, I ain't gonna lie, like I do have to like think like, am I up for it?
mhm.
No, I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't know. Cause
Mhm.
some of y'all's not worth it. Some
Like,
they not
do I want to put on like? my good like outfit, my
My
makeup.
good oil, you know what I'm saying? My fragrance oil, do
And
my
not,
hair.
perfume's not cheap. You know that? Like
No,
those
it's
crazy
not.
things are
Finding
not
a
cheap.
good one, girl,
They're not
girl,
cheap.
they're not cheap. Nothing about being a woman is cheap.
No, wait
And
a
I
minute.
feel like that.
Wait a minute. You need to emphasize. You forgot like a sentence there. Nothing about being a single woman is cheap. Like you had to I
Run it back, run it
rewind.
back, run it back, run it back. I got you. I got you. You're right.
Mhm.
It's not being it's just not cheap. Okay. Everything
Nah,
costs money. I mean, we're not even gonna talk about like the basic things like bills, rent, electric, gas, like all of like the things that are
the
required
car.
to be a human. But like we're talking about specifically being a woman. Being a
Mm.
woman, I please don't take it the wrong way. I love being a woman. I wouldn't
But,
want to be nothing else.
but you know what? I don't want to like emphasize on just being a woman. We will have a male audience as well, and
True.
their clothes cost coins. You know, like the underwear, the ties. The ties are expensive.
Okay.
My brother works, and his work requires suit,
Oh,
tie,
business.
or business.
Business dress code, not business
Or
casual. It's
no business,
business.
like full,
Got
full.
you.
Like he'll be like, do you mind? Give me that because that's a lot of money. And I'm like, you know what? Merry Christmas that. And
Look out for the brothers.
we that's
We
fine.
do. We
But
do.
those are expensive too. So as a single man now putting money in too. And I get that. I get that.
I
But
do. I get that.
but us,
But uh-uh.
but us,
It's not. I'm
it's,
just
it's
I
not.
don't think
It's
it's the
not.
same.
It's
I don't think it's the same.
it's not because a man gets paid more.
Ooh, and we have to talk about that in another episode. But yeah, like
That's big. Like
so
what
like the bacon itself that you bring it home is already more to start off with, and then the
I
expenses themselves, baby, I think ours as women are like
it's
more,
that
more. I ain't gonna
like
hold you more.
like like this podcast is called Pink Tax. Our pink tax is high.
It's up. Being a
So
woman costs money.
money.
Costs money.
A-
Money.
And those who identify as women cost us money. And makeup is expensive.
You know what? I gave up makeup. So I've never been like a makeup girly. I ain't gonna lie. I've never been like heavy on like into makeup. Not. But I did have a cute little time where my acne was acting up really
And that's
bad.
expensive
And
too.
I started to dabble in makeup for like a good year. That was a couple of years ago, like 3 years ago, about that. But anyway, yes, it costs money. But I had to try several different shades to find the foundation that worked for my skin, and my skin type, like the type of skin that I have. Some is oily, some is dry. Like
And
it's a lot that goes
that
into
price
that.
is bad.
And I bought the Fenty. So
Mm.
that's cute. But whatever, the point is I bought like the foundation, and then obviously I bought like a few other things too, and like it adds up for sure. And that's just makeup. And that is not something that I spend my money on today. I don't even like wear makeup anymore. I don't. The only thing I'll do is like lip gloss. Sometimes I'll do like highlighter, like that's it. Cute, keep it cute. That's it. Um, but
Right.
hair,
Hair
hair
costs money.
costs money. Nails,
Costs
nails.
money.
Give him a little, cost money.
Money.
Designs cost money. You know that they charge by the
Yes,
length,
yes.
how short you want it, that they cost money. Cost
Money,
money.
money,
Money.
money.
Clothes,
Oh,
money.
oh, I'm sorry. My dog trying to join us. You can't.
I have one too. He over there asleep though. He's out. He's
When we
KO.
up and
Look at my baby. He's asleep. But
but
yeah,
money. So when you go outside and you're going on dates, that costs us money.
it does. And I'm sorry, I'm not even trying to jump, but like for me, a date, I'm just there's this old like debate about 50-50. He the man pays, the woman pays. I want to talk about that. And like
Mm,
again, I'm gonna just start off. We're gonna kick it off. I'm not here to be politically correct. I'm telling you what I do. Okay? I'm telling you what works for me. And I'm sure Tori's gonna be authentic and tell you for her. But you do you. You know what I mean? Like, do y'all,
do what
okay?
works
Do
for
what works for you. But as for me and my house, okay? I'm not paying for nothing. After I've been paid for my hair, my nails, my clothes, my perfume. I've prepared, okay? We're not even talking about the other things. Some women get waxes, some get other like threading for the eyebrows, lashes. I get lashes. Like we're all if I'm covering and I'm like paying for those things to show up to present myself to you and to give you my time, I'm not paying for nothing. I'm here.
I'm
That's
not
it.
I'm not cash apping you for
I'm not paying
coffee.
for nothing.
I'm not cash apping you for coffee that you asked me to meet you for.
Thank you. So one old school thing, and I don't know if this is still like alive and well today. I don't know. But one thing that I always heard like growing up was if someone invites you, typically they're gonna pay. Like that is like a general, it's supposed to. So if you ask me to join you or meet you, whatever, the automatic assumption here is that you're going to pay for. And I'm going to be honest with you, with me and dating, I'm very communicative. So before we like ever get to that point where we're face to face, it's already understood and agreed upon that like we're both on the same page of like what's to be expected. I'm never gonna like step out of my house and go and like not be sure and be wondering and I'm not sure and do I like, no. I mean, I'm always gonna be prepared. I'm always gonna have the money just in case, because you never know. Like, it's bad out here. But
It's
it's bad out
hard
here.
in
Bad
these
out here.
streets. It is.
But like at the end of the day, before I leave my house, we've already talked about it pretty extensively of what to expect. It's planned. We've discussed it, and the expectation is you're going to be covering this. I'm not going to be covering nothing. Now, I know some people don't do that. I'm curious, how did you approach it? Like, you have someone, you're talking, whatever. You decide we want to meet, we want to go on a date. What's that look like for you?
Like honestly, uh,
Stop. I
that
don't
is
like that.
so. I
Uh,
honestly, and this is embarrassed. I'm embarrassed for me.
girl,
I've always been the highest earner in my whatever.
Ooh.
situation.
Okay. See, that's another
That
conversation. That
that's another.
that's
It's a
another conversation.
problem.
It is. It is. It's an epidemic that we're seeing, and like I'm sure there's so many layers to
Right.
like no, I feel like there are layers, there are reasons for that because I think it's important to like mention, do you typically date deaf guys, hearing guys? Do you typically date men of color? Yeah, it's so many things to like touch on as to why that may be happening. So like I feel like that's definitely we have to like make a note. Definitely another conversation for us to really kind of dive into in this dating series. But back to your point.
We will dive into that
We will
as you said.
later. Later.
But in my recent situations,
Situations.
I've always been the highest earner.
Ooh, my heart aches for
So,
you, girl.
but
Mm,
I played myself.
mm.
My bad.
Accountability.
I fucked up.
Yeah.
That was me, and that was me not communicating clearly. That was me not knowing my expectation. That was me not having boundaries.
Okay. Okay.
That was me not standing on business at
Oh, I
all.
like that. I like how you signed that because I've seen so many different ways for people to like sign. Oh, standing on
On
business.
business, standing my ground, saying,
Love that. Standing on business, babies. That
and
business.
that was my thought. And I want to come from like an honest place. Like, and Tasia and I have talked about this personally. We both come from a very dominant woman household. We
Yeah,
do. And I
we
mean,
do.
hey, I flex on that. I'm proud of that. But
It
at
sets
the
us
same,
up for failure sometimes.
it does.
It does.
It does. Because I look at my mom and my grandma, and it was always from the POV of, I got it. If he don't got it, I got it. If he's not ready, okay,
Real,
I'm gonna
real, real
stand and do
strong.
this and
Real
that.
strong. And don't get me
And
started on the black women. Like that's everyone's favorite adjective to label black women. Oh, they're strong. And I'm like, baby,
why does she have to be
I don't
strong?
want to be strong. I don't want to be strong. I
My
don't want to.
my grandmama worked for the same company for years. And she has retirement money. She's set. But my grandma was always the owner, the breadwinner, the one that's bringing home the bacon. So
Mm.
I looked up to that, and I was like, I looked up that, and I was like, she got it.
She got it. She got it.
My mom had her first house on her, so my mom was 28 with her first house built from ground up from scratch. Do you know how hard that is as a single mom to do?
Very.
Ground
It's
up.
very hard. It's very hard. But I'm gonna just throw something out there. I'm gonna shake the table a little bit.
Like,
They had it. They had it, right? But was that like by choice? Was that
it was
by choice?
that's
Okay.
what I
That we getting back to the point.
that
Back to the
that's what
point.
I realize now. And when I was in my dating
Experience. Journey.
that's Tasia saying it nice journey. I was gonna say something like I was just spinning the block, just like, what's up? I was
Girl.
spinning the block. Too much. Too much.
Yeah.
But I had that mindset of I got it, I got it. I'm gonna take care of this. And I remember when I was in grad school, one guy visited my apartment. We were not. nothing. But we was good acquaintances.
Okay.
But
Like
we
true acquaintances.
just acquaintances. There
True.
was no
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
nothing.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He was like, you know what, Toy? And he's looking at my apartment. I understand it's a grad apartment on campus, but it's still my apartment. And he was like, you know what? All this time I've known you, and he's known me since I was 18. At that time I was 26. And
Okay.
he's like, you on your shit. You
Most
always
women
this.
are though. Like at a very young age. I feel like we, especially when I say I'm talking about women of color, BIPOC women. Most of us, we are taught that it's instilled in us. Have to, because most of us are raised by single mothers.
Yeah,
And that's the only thing they know. That's the model we have. And so, yeah, most of us are on our stuff. Very early age.
I
Very
mean,
early.
my mom had me at what, 19, about to turn 20, and she got
Um, we just talked about this. I want to say 22, 23, around
we're
that.
still young because
Still young. Yeah,
you're still building your credit, you're still trying
still,
to get a car, you're still
still.
trying to feed another mouth,
I'm looking back on me when I was 23, girl.
right?
Oh, okay.
Like,
Okay. You
like,
know, I was just graduating from college. I had a job. I was starting my career, but I was young. I was learning my first apartment, all of that. Like, yeah.
and then imagine navigating that with a kid
But a
hard.
kid, girl, I'm 30 and I don't have children, and I still can't imagine it with a kid. I can. I sometimes I have moments where I just look at my mom and I'm like, wow,
Yeah,
wow. I'm thoroughly impressed. How'd you
I
pull it off? I don't know. I
I
have no
look at
idea.
my mom, like, and I remember when she got that house, she got that car too at the same time. And she did that by herself,
But
working
I don't
two
like
jobs.
that. We have to. That concept of get it out the mud, grinding,
We
like
didn't sleep.
hustling as women, as women. Men, I get it. That's you got that. As as a woman, though, something wrong with that picture. That's all I'm gonna say.
And like, I know, and I'm sure you know, mom's was tired.
Of course,
Mom.
exhausted, and
So
taking on roles that she should not have had to take on, and
alone,
stepping
oh,
in alone, and stepping up when someone else should have had it. You know what I mean? And and I see that as transferred to me. And when we talk about that masculine, feminine energy and all of that, that's all I know. That's all I know.
right?
I don't know nothing else.
But when
So,
you're coming with dating, it's like, okay, like I already said, I'm working a 9 to 5. Majority of where I've worked in the last several years, heavy on women. Most of us were women.
yeah,
Men was like,
yeah, yeah.
and you know, I'm not gonna date my coworkers.
No, I don't play where I work. I don't do that.
So so where are we meeting them?
So they say we gotta go outside.
I don't want to.
I don't want to. I don't want to either.
I
Well, I do, but I don't. Okay. I
I
do.
tried to go outside. I did. I was disappointed.
I was too. I was disappointed. Um, but like I think a lot of my frustration or experience is because of area, like location too. Um,
No, it wasn't a location for me because I'd be meeting or introduced to people outside of state. And
mm,
honestly,
that's not my ministry. That's not my ministry.
I honestly wonder, I'm seeing a pattern
Mm,
of
take take your time.
career driven people
Okay.
because like not only I'm career driven, they are too. What I mean by that is they're so focused on themselves. So when it comes to aligning with someone else or just kind of meshing with someone else, it's hard. So
Ooh,
like
do you know how to be with someone? I love that you brought that up because yes, that is a very real thing. I remember there was a time where I was very young in my career and at work. Remember, I emphasize I don't play where I work. That comes from an experience. I've never played at work, but I did have someone that expressed interest and we worked obviously at the same company, huge company. We exchanged contact information, talk. It was cute. It was real cute, like nothing. Um, but an engineer. So you're talking about someone that is heavily invested in their career. And I love and I
and that
respect that.
is
I
no
love a
joke.
man that is on his run, that is
I wish I
very into yeah, about his career, his path, what he wants and sees for himself. And I am happy to support that if and when we get to that point. But yeah, I envision that I want that in a partner. I want someone who is on their stuff, that has a career, that is career driven, that knows what they're doing, what they want, they're motivated, they're
ambition.
ambitious, that all of that. We love that. But the part that people don't talk about and it is real, it's very real. I've seen it for myself recently and before too with dating is when you do date the men that are, fitting in that category, carving out the time to actually date and build something and like cultivate cultivate something is a challenge because I'm also in like a career that is newly consumed time. I've
Really
had
fatigued is
yeah, I've had long days. I remember at a point in my career, I was going to the office. I was getting there at 7 a.m. I was leaving sometimes at 9 p.m. Like long days. And at that time, I was like, honestly, can I get a dog? I've been wanting a dog for a long time. And I was like, I'm not going to be a very good dog mom. So I don't think it's worth it. Like, I knew I didn't have the time to invest. And I felt like that translates.
oh okay, yeah.
So it's like it translates to a relationship. Where do you really have the time to invest in getting to know
That's
someone? Do you
that's a
have
key.
the energy? And like another really good word that you emphasize is effort. And I'm gonna intentionality too, because you have to be very intentional about, okay, I will take the time to get to know someone. I will invest my time, my energy. I
Give
will
attention to.
plan. I will like those are things you have to commit and like say, I'm gonna be intentional about those things. So,
I mean, don't get me wrong. I am also talking from my experience.
Yeah,
But I had seen friends have successful relationships. I have
absolutely.
seen it. I have witnessed it. I
It
like
can
that,
happen. It can. It is.
and it goes with the man supporting their dream, woman supporting his dream. It's teamwork. It's effort. It's
Yeah.
time. It's money. It's this. It's that. It's that. But you have to be ready for that. If
You
you're not
do.
ready,
Ooh. Ooh.
don't play on my phone. If you're not ready, ready.
Ready. Ready. I want us to really dive into another time what ready means to us. Okay? Because yes, you made such a pivotal point. People out here dating and they are not ready. And you know what? I made a recent like discovery, like, oh, maybe I'm not ready either. And like, but it takes like some accountability and maturity to be able to identify and say that and then make decisions so that it aligns with that. You know what I mean? Like, but yes, you can want to date, you can want someone, but if you're not ready, and if
It's not
you're aiming or you're pursuing a certain kind of person and you're not ready for that, stop playing with people's time and stop wasting people's time. You know what I mean? Because we too grown for that. Okay.
and if I'm in my 30s, don't waste.
If if
I mean, I am. I mean, if we are in our
we
30s,
are,
don't waste my.
I
Don't
can't emphasize that enough. I can't emphasize that enough. But you know what? We have to become masters at identifying when someone is trying to intentionally, not intentionally, and decide we not going to waste our time. That's another thing too. Like when you're out here dating, you're gonna meet some people who are not serious. They're not intentional. They're not gonna put in the effort. They're not.
you forgot to add one,
What?
or they have someone in the back burner that they're holding on to.
I don't want.
If,
Yeah.
if you have unfinished business, don't include me in that.
No.
Wrap that shit up before you
Wrap it
include
up.
me in the finish.
Wrap it
Please,
up.
please.
Yeah.
I
I mean, just make sure your heart is done. And unfortunately, people are not honest with themselves. It's not even sometimes that they're not honest with you. Sometimes they haven't even gotten to the point where they're honest with themselves. And they can't be honest with you if they're not going to be honest with themselves. If they're going to lie to themselves, they're going to lie to you. So, it's a sticky um situation, but it's a very real one that many of us have approached, touched, gotten into at
I
some point,
I
you know?
have,
Yeah.
and it
It's
hurt.
not fair. It's
It
not
hurt.
fair. Yeah.
I've caught feelings for you,
And
and
you had unfinished business. You
I
had
caught
a
feelings. Those feelings was you blew a kiss, and I caught the kiss, and it wasn't mine.
they wanted you and them.
I don't want them.
I know.
My
I know.
my
But
my
that's what people are out here doing. You
my
just have to
name is Toy. I'm not the like additional part.
no.
Toy, and there's no hyphenate in my name. It's Toy. Period.
Yeah. Yeah.
That
You know, I think Dating, and this conversation is nowhere near finished, but dating is, especially today, is
Ooh,
it
I'm
is. And you got to be ready to get
ready.
out there and be willing to take the risks and know that you may get hurt in the process. But you need to have tools like in your tool box ready to go. Like and prepare yourself. I think that's important. We are at an age now and a place in our life where you should be effectively dating. You should be intentionally dating. You
Intentionally.
know, you can't be out here, willy-nilly. Like, people are playing games. People are
I,
not serious.
I don't have time to worry about who you chilling with at 3 a.m. Why are you outside at 3 a.m.?
Well, technically they dating you. They not in a relationship with you.
Right.
But
Right, but that's a
yeah.
respect thing.
It
Like if you
is. Respect for
outside
yourself, honestly.
if you're
Because why are
outside,
you conducting matters at that time? What are you doing? There's nothing good happening at that time. It's not.
right? If you're
It's not.
outside at 3 a.m. and you're talking to another woman and then you're texting me good night at 10 p.m.
Oh,
I don't
wait.
that that
Oh,
yeah, that's
oh,
not the kind of dating
no.
I want to do.
No.
Whether it's exclusively or
Or
not,
casually.
actually,
Yeah.
or not. I don't want, do you know that there's casual dating where they're doing this and yeah, I'm dating,
See.
I'm dating you, but I'm also sleeping with,
You lost me at sleeping with. You lost me. You lost me.
but we're casual dating, babe.
And I get all of that. I get all of that. I do. That's just not the kind of person
That,
I want. We're not aligned in our thinking. That's all. I'm not saying you wrong. I'm saying you wrong for me. That's all.
mhm.
You know what I mean? And I think that's important. Like we are adults and we should be able to say and identify that. Like, I'm not here to tell you what you're doing is wrong. Not at all. I'm
Do
just saying,
you?
are we aligned?
Mhm.
Do we want the same thing? Do we envision this going into the same place? How we conduct dating, does it match? Like all of that, all of that.
And you know what's funny? I like that you brought that up. It's funny because before I never really had an answer for that.
Mm.
Because, like I said, my dating experience has been that. But now I've really and I'm like, I want a man that doesn't play about me. I
Oh,
watched, I watched this one TikTok and a couple, and this woman was asking her husband hypothetical question, and one of the questions said, "If someone was to run up on me, what would you do?" And he said, "Nobody is running up on you at all, because when I'm around, that's not happening at all." So I think this is a good place to kind of wrap up because dating series is gonna just
oh,
keep
it's
going.
coming. Yeah.
So
But
for
I
now,
mean, leave
bye.
me with that. Yeah, for now. Until next time. Bye.
Bye.